your home of the Champions League.
William Hill, proud sponsors of the Scottish Cup on Sky Sports.
Hampden Park belongs to the heart of Midlothian. They've beaten Celtic, the holders. The holders are out. The double is over for Celtic, and we have an Edinburgh final for the first time since 1896. A William Hill Scottish Cup semi-final to remember. Great drama in this game. A chance for Keane just before half-time. If he'd scored that, what a different story it might have been. But Rudy Scatchell scored a couple of minutes after the restart. Gary Hooper scored an equaliser 3 minutes from time, and then a controversial penalty for Hearts in stoppage time, scored by the former Celtic striker Craig Beattie. A claim for a penalty for Celtic too, but let's hear from Beattie.
Craig, many congratulations. What does it mean to score that penalty and put your team into the final against the team that you started your career with?
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was a great moment for myself, and I think we deserved it. We come with a game plan to frustrate Celtic, and I tell you, we've done that, and to come back, especially after them scoring the late equaliser, fantastic. I'm delighted.
Talking about the game plan, in the first half, Celtic dominated the game and you were sitting on the bench. What changed at half-time? What did Paolo say?
I've been carrying a couple of knocks, and I missed a few days training, and I was touch and go, to be honest, but I knew if I could get through to Friday, Saturday in the week, and the adrenaline and the rest would take over, so I've got to respect him, man. He's been brilliant.
What were you thinking when you stepped up to take that penalty?
Just how big that keeper is. I'm just thinking, please dive out the way quick enough. What a size of a man, but I practiced a couple. I don't normally take them like that, but I practiced a couple of that during the week, and I was just hoping he was going to be quick enough to dive out the road there.
You enjoyed the celebration. You nearly disappeared into the crowd.
I scored a good goal last year, and I seem to celebrate like that, so I can't explain the feeling. And
a Hearts-Hibs final in the Scottish Cup has not happened since 1896. What is Hampden Park going to be like on May the 19th now?
The place will be rocking. You know, it'll be sold out, and it's going to be a great day for obviously the two capital teams coming through to Glasgow to compete for the Scottish Cup, and it's going to be a fantastic day.
You came here in January on a short-term deal. It's been a great career decision to come here, at least until the end of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, listen, I've had a few options, and I weighed them up, and I looked at possibilities, and I don't know if I've just got lucky, mate, but this is everything that I looked like, that I anticipated when I moved here. The platform to play, the games, the goals, you know, the top six to the platform to play in the Old Firm again, and to go and do that, it's magnificent.
Who's going to be the favourite in an Edinburgh Derby final?
Again, sorry?
Who's going to be the favourite in an Edinburgh Derby final? Usually in a derby, the form book goes out the window.
Correct. Who's the favourite today? Makes no difference, mate. Once you get out there and you come with a game plan, and you've got quality, and you've got strength and characters and personalities like we've got, favourites, they go out the window.
Great, many congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations to the Heart of Midlothian, a stunning victory for them in the William Hill Scottish Cup semi-final. They've beaten the holders, Celtic, and it's an all-Edinburgh final. For the first time since Britain had an empire, and electric trams hadn't been even been introduced in Edinburgh. Congratulations to them. Neil McCann, who won the Cup with Hearts, and the assistant manager, Herbie Bernie, and Billy Brown are with me now. Let me first of all ask you what Neil Lennon was telling the referee. Should Celtic have had a penalty after Beattie's winner?
I don't think they should have had a penalty, no, but I think it's probably as much a penalty as the Hearts one, really. I mean, he has stopped the ball going to the Celtic player.
Neil, do you think it was a penalty?
The only difference for me, David, is that Andy's arms are close to his body. I think in Joe Ledley's one for Celtic, his arms are up. He's almost like a protection, but it's so close to him. He can't physically move out of the way quick enough. That ball's coming at 60, 70 miles an hour. I just don't know if it's a penalty.
This rule is becoming confusing. When you're on the bench every week and you're seeing some of the decisions that aren't given, and I can remember the one with Danny Granger in the Scottish Cup against St Johnstone when his arms are out and the referee didn't give it. Now, as far as I'm concerned in the game, I think if it hits your hand inside the box, they should give a penalty. I think it's easy that way. The way it is at the moment, these referees are under so much pressure,
it's interpretation,
and it's a big call, that one. And, you know...
Now, Neil, you think that Ewan Norris got that one right. Did he get the one right a couple of minutes before that?
Well,
Was
this
this
is
a
what I mean.
penalty?
There's a slight difference in terms of watch as the ball breaks. Joe's hands are up, he's turned. He isn't trying to handle the ball, he isn't trying to stop it. Watch his hands, look there. It's up and away from the body. Is it in an unnatural position? Possibly, but it's so close to him. But listen, it doesn't matter. The decision was made.
What about the way he struck the penalty? This is what you said he should do.
Well, I thought he should go down the middle, yeah, lift it high and go down the middle, because Fraser Foster saved one. I think it was Eggert Johnson at Parkhead. Big save, big moment of the game. Late on again, he saves it. I just wondered whether going down the middle, because Fraser might guess, would be the way to go. And I just thought Big Craig was trying to audition for the Olympics, the way he was running around that track there. It's hysteria. There'll be a few Hibs fans, there'll be thousands of Hibs fans hiding behind the curtains now, because what an occasion ahead of us.
It was almost shades of 1988 when Hearts scored first, and then Celtic back then got 2 late goals. Andy Walker got the winner, and it was number 88 who scored very late on, and perhaps Hearts at that point were wondering, might this not be their day?
Well, we didn't think, because I felt Celtic were running out a little bit of imagination and ideas. Keys should have scored.
Offside?
Offside. I think he's just offside.
So that goal shouldn't have stood?
Well, yeah, I think he's just... Yeah, there's not much in it, but I think he's just ahead of Danny Granger when he gets his head in the ball. But in cup competitions, and when you need a bit of luck and you need big decisions to go your way, Hearts have caught a break.
That was a real hard one for the linesman to give there, Neil. You know, when the ball's moving and the play's moving on like that, it's a difficult decision.
He's actually.
Do you think, Billy, it was that goal should have stood? Because Celtic will obviously have their issues about the penalty, but perhaps.
Well, I mean, really, you know, they haven't got the benefit of what we've got here, and so technically it shouldn't have stood, you know, because he is just marginally offside. But I mean, you know, for the linesman to see that is almost impossible. And at that stage, Celtic were getting on top, and Key should have scored.
He should have, yeah.
But whether they deserved to win the game or not, I don't know. I thought Hearts, once they moved the play up in the second half and played 10 yards further up the pitch, I think they caused Celtic massive problems.
Without a doubt.
What about Rudy Scatchell's performance in the first half, in contrast to what happened a couple of minutes after the break here?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a great finisher, Rudy Scatchell. You know, now he's in there and he's the cleanest kicker of a ball with his left foot I'll ever seen. Even better than you, Neil, really. You know, and he's a great finisher, and it was a great ball for Beattie, and he's finished it brilliantly there.
Clever as well, he's lifted it high.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's a good player. He's, you know, if he gets a chance, he'll never miss kicking.
We were talking about him, David, about being Hearts' talisman. He could have been sitting on the bench for the first 45 minutes. He just didn't get a kick. They were too deep. We were crying out for Hearts to get higher up the park, higher pressure. Because if you get this guy round about the box, he scores goals.
That's where he's deadly. You know, if you sit too deep and he's got to run too far forward to get his shots in, you know, you can play him out of the game. But he, you know, when he gets in that position, he's a danger.
He certainly is. Billy, good luck in the final against your old team. Neil, thanks to you. Stay with us, there's more live football on Super Sunday after the commercial break. It's Manchester United against Aston Villa. That's on Sky 3D as well. More reaction to this game here on Sky Sports News. The big news is that there will be an Edinburgh derby in the Scottish Cup final. Bye for now.